It's time for another Out of Bounds Rewind with Bo Bounds on ESPN 105.9, The Zone.
See, we've got a quarterback battle here with Luke Altmyer and Jaxson Dart, and people automatically gave the job to Jaxson Dart like February, whatever, whenever Dart and Trigg announced they were coming to Ole Miss. And he may win it in the next 2 weeks. Who knows? But Ole Miss is in a different spot, Tom, because it doesn't matter if I play quarterback their first, I think, 4 games. I think they're going to boat race all those teams. And I wonder if Kiffin's going to spend the better part of those first 4 weeks letting both Altmyer and Dart just rack up a ton of reps because they could be beating people by 17, 24, even more points.
Right. Yeah, well, listen, it might be the smart approach to take, too, and you keep both guys engaged, and especially Altmyer, because you want to keep him around. And listen, it's easy to always assume when the high-profile guy makes a transfer, steps on campus, that he's just going to be the guy. And I think we're foolish when we do that, but it's easy. It's kind of human nature, right? Jaxson Dart was highly recruited, extremely talented, and we haven't seen a ton of Altmyer yet. So I think we got to let that one play out a little bit because I would imagine it's a lot more competitive than people think.
Yeah. Look at this, Tom. Usually don't pull this in the SEC. Troy, who's evidently awful, and wow, they used to have a hell of a program. Central Arkansas, at Georgia Tech. We know Jeff's, battling.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tulsa. That's as good as it gets, 4-game stretch in the Southeastern Conference.
Oh, absolutely. But the thing is, you better take advantage of it because you're not going to get it. You can't slip up on any of those because you're not getting any favors on any of the other matchups.
Kentucky comes to Ole Miss for Game 5. And I know Stoops has done a really good job considering who they are. I think Ole Miss has got a chance to run them out of the stadium, Tom. I don't have any confidence in what Will Levis is talented. I don't have any confidence in what they'll do on the offensive side of the football.
Well, I'll tell you, if you flip over to the defensive side, if you want to talk about boat racing, Kentucky's going to have to revamp their entire defensive secondary. So they're going to have a bunch of new guys. Yeah. So they're going to
Kiffin will have a field day.
Right. And listen, that game is obviously super important because if you fast forward to October 15th, look at the run that Ole Miss has to go on. Auburn, at LSU, at Texas A&M, Alabama, at Arkansas, and then Mississippi State in the Egg Bowl. I mean, give me a break. That is brutal.
Don't miss one moment of the Out of Bounds Show with Bo Bounds. Weekdays, 7 a.m. till 10 a.m. on ESPN 105.9, The Zone.